Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf, the Voices Transformers Collectors Club Australia. This is episode 39, recorded live on Saturday, November 21st, 2015. Tonight, I'm once again joined by Mikey. Hello, sir.
Hello, Brad.
Hi,
Hello,
Mikey.
John.
And John.
Hi, Mikey. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Jason, Bill, and Daniel,
Hi, Jason.
who are also not here.
Yes. Life gets in the way sometimes, but that's why we've extended the cast so someone can sit here and rabble along with me. How are we doing tonight, fellas?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's a nice 31 degrees here on the Gold Coast, and fires were starting in bushes. But other than that, it was a good day.
It seems to be that time of year where bushes combust.
Yeah, but apparently
Spontaneously.
there was a boa constrictor loose where the fires started, so that seems to have dealt with
A
that.
flaming boa constrictor that's like spurts bees at you and shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, that'd be...
Yeah, a month ago, the Gold Coast Police released an American boa constrictor into the spit because they thought it was an Australian snake, and they haven't found it. They haven't found it since. and today that's where the fires were at the spit. So, yeah.
So apparently boa constrictors can start fires. That's great.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I heard lunchtime when I got back from town on the news, I heard that they got 2 tiger snakes in a bank in Melbourne, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
No.
What is with all these
Maybe
random
they just
animals?
went in there to make a withdrawal.
Yeah, withdrawing some mice from their... Yeah.
Safety
Bloody hell.
safety deposit box.
Safety deposit box, yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh,
Come to Australia where everything is literally trying to kill you.
do you reckon that's the resurgence of Cobra?
There you go. Yeah.
Cobra!
G.I. Joe making its comeback. We'll get to some G.I. Joe news later on.
If they built G2 Megatron, they surely built all the dangerous shit in this country.
We're going to get to a G2 Megatron later on too.
Oh, awesome. And what about you, Mike?
Sort of.
What have you been up to?
Oh, you wouldn't believe the slightest bit of it. Don't ask. Just don't ask.
Just moving along. What have you been up to, Brad?
how have you been, Brad?
It's been an interesting week. As the post on the group would speak, I'm sort of contemplating moving my collection outside into the shed. I don't...
heat-resistant shed?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of my biggest concerns at the moment. Even if I'm not in, I don't have an air condition running in the shed just to keep the collection cool.
Yeah, when you said that, that's the reason I cringed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I was
and
just hoping the shed had a roof.
Oh yeah, it's enclosed.
You're just gonna go put them all out in the backyard.
I think, Mikey, you're thinking of a hedge maze, and that's nowhere to put a collection.
No, I can imagine.
You should just take a photo, go put them all out in your backyard, Brad, and go, my new collection stuff. I've moved them outside and wait for everyone to come.
Oh, well, I've got the photo on the Victoria Museum page of the vacant block across the...
Yeah.
I should just go across and just put the displays in the paddock and say, museum complete.
Awesome.
Great.
Oh, nah, not this time of year. It's too goddamn hot.
They'll melt.
Well, yeah, rubber tyres don't like the heat.
I moved house a few years ago and I had a few Gundams in the car. Let's just say I don't have those Gundams anymore. I never knew that plastic could warp so bad.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Ah, yuck.
I'd actually like to see a photo of that.
It was about 20 minutes in the car, honestly, that I left it unattended to go get something. Came back, and they were honestly like, you pick them up and you could bend them in your hands.
Ooh.
And that, like, I had a thumbprint on one of them where I touched it. Like,
They
that
were
sucks.
plastic model kits.
yeah, plastic model kits, and they were almost like jelly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah,
Make a soup out
I've
of
never ever left toys in the sun ever again.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's why I cringe when I hear people putting things in a shed outside.
Yeah. Well, that even goes for the fact that I've got a little 3 metre by 3 metre tool shed, garden shed, whatever you want to call it. And pretty much everything I don't have on display is in 50 litre plastic containers in there, either in their box or just loose, wrapped up in newspaper.
They've all just melted into their cardboard insert inside the box.
I've had it for about 15 months in the bedroom on my closet, a box of Redskins. And the ants finally found it, and the missus got the box and got it out there and brought it out and sort of got all the Redskins that weren't melted together and put them in a container in the cupboard, sealed. But the plastic bag it's in's got about 20 Redskins, and it's just a molten pool of Redskin.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Almost,
drink it.
almost like a Godzilla blob monster. And I said to her, well, stupid, put them in the freezer because it'll freeze and just make it one big glob that you can just snap pieces off.
Yeah,
I've been snapping pieces of Redskin off this molten blob, even though there's some bits of paper in it from here and there, but you just spit the paper out. But
yeah, I've done that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I know because I'm so glad I wasn't collecting when I was up in Townsville. I've heard stories of people up in Townsville, Cairns, even a couple of Darwin members, figures standing on shelves and leaning to one side because either their legs slide out function or whatever else has got that loose and warped because of the heat.
Yeah, I've had that problem here with certain anime figures, like, a single molded figure, and after 2 years it's just, almost falling over.
Yeah, I don't know if it happened in the group, but I'm pretty sure I remember hearing someone from WA, a fly-in fly-out person working in the mines. They went out for their 3 weeks in the mines, and come back 3 weeks later. The house had been locked up with no aircon on, and figures were bent over.
Yeah, that's far. And the worst part is who can you get angry at? You know what I mean? That's the worst part about that. You can do nothing but sit there and just be depressed that your figures are wrecked.
But not only that, you can't.
You can't do anything.
Well, you're going away for 3 weeks. You can't sit there and turn the air conditioner on and start sitting at 25 or 28 degrees.
Get a $5,000.
Yeah, exactly. Your aircon runs for 3 weeks straight. And even over there, you can't put it in storage because I can guarantee a storage locker in
like even if
Port
you had an
Kembla
aircon that runs on a timer, who thinks of that? I wouldn't think, I better put my aircon on for 2 hours a day just to make sure my figures don't melt. Like,
well, how hot does it have to get for plastic to melt? That's the other thing too.
Around 40 degrees.
Yeah, or plus.
Yeah, plus definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, but in the sun, it doesn't matter the degrees.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
Like,
but then
if it's in the car or in the sun, it's just gonna melt.
If it's in the car, it's gonna be a puddle.
Yeah, but then you got stuff in your pantry. You got tins of baked beans exploding or whatever else because they're getting too hot.
So what do you have? You have tins of baked beans in your pants?
Pantry.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. What are you doing with tins of baked beans in your pants, bro?
I was drunk once on a camping trip. Just side note, and then we'll get back on track. And I put a can of baked beans in the fire to warm it up because I was just too drunk and didn't give a shit, and it just blew up. And like baked beans went through all our tents. Like they hit the tents and melted through them like bullets, man, because they were like so hot.
Extreme side note. A long time ago, I'm talking high school years, I actually made a mortar. It was 3 foot long and 3 inches round, and all your butane, your spaghetti, baked beans, all your tins, paint rattled tins, whatever else.
Just fitting it perfectly.
Yeah, fitting it perfectly, and I had a nice bit of 2-inch bisalloy weld to the bottom of it, so it'd get super hot, and it wouldn't, because throwing stuff in the fire leads to coals getting thrown everywhere and everything else.
Oh, I learned that.
yeah. And it doesn't matter if it's a tin of baked beans, a can of Brute, Impulse, whatever else.
A lighter, anything.
Even a lighter. And the mortar, it's up at our camp area at the bush block at the moment. And it's good. You put butane in there and it rockets out pretty well. We had one bloke. It was the end of the night at during the last days of VCE, and we had a tin of spaghetti. We'd blown everything else up. All we had left was this tin of spaghetti. And at the time, it was, I think it was a Heinz, so it wasn't a ring pull. It was sealed both ends.
Yeah.
So we had that in there, and the fire had died down, so there was no tick, 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 boom of the can expanding anyway. Old mate's gone around the front of the fire to have a piss, and we've started pissing ourselves laughing because he's walked around in front of the mortar, and one of the biggest rules is you can stand beside it, you can fucking straddle it and ride it like a horse. Just and you'll be safe. Just never stand directly in front of it because it's concentrated. You got even the walls 5 mil thick, so I can.
This is going to end up bad, isn't it?
I've put a Bunnings shipment of butane cans through it, and it's never warped or nothing. And that thing's been hotter than the sun.
Yeah.
And just safety first, as always. But he's gone around the front to take a leak, and we're sitting there laughing, going, this tin of spaghetti hasn't gone off yet. And fair enough, halfway through his midstream, it's gone off. Oh. And he's got steaming hot spaghetti all over his neck.
Oh my god.
And the next morning, he just had, it almost looked like he had ringworm or...
Yeah.
He was drunk as a skunk, so he never felt it, but just the next morning, his neck and his back from the back of his singlet where the arms are exposed and that, where all this hot spaghetti touched it was just... he was tattooed.
You can't beat camping trips like that, eh?
Well, it was only a couple of weeks before that I got drunk and passed out, and I got run over by a fire engine that come to put the fire out, so...
Yeah, well, the same night at R1, our mate fell asleep. He wanted to sleep right next to the fire, and he had, like, long hair, like, down to nearly his arse.
Oh, wow.
And we kept trying to wake him up, going, dude, you can't sleep this close to the fire. until eventually someone else I heard go, quick, Jared's hair's on fire! And fucking ran over there and just started hitting him in the head. His whole hair's just on fire like a mess. Just went back to sleep, man. Just fell back asleep, woke up in the morning. Half of his head looked like a plastic blob. And then it just fucking out, and he's like, what happened to my hair? And we all just started pissing ourselves laughing.
Oh, that's great. That's gold.
Oh, God. Speaking of Into the Fire, the TCA website can be found at www.transformerscca.com, where you'll find links to our Facebook discussion groups, YouTube, Twitter, everything else. International listeners, you can join us at the Off the Shelf page. Link is in the show notes, and we are also on iTunes, so head on over there. If you like us, give us a 5-star review. If you don't, give us a 1-star review, but please don't. All that's over there at the website. We are about to go live, and I'm thinking by the time this episode goes to air that our new website will be launched.
Oh, nice.
I've been working for the last 2 weeks on it with another member of the group, so...
We have been secretly making a new site with an undisclosed member. We will get back to you next week.
No, it's the same. It's the same. It's Adrian. He done the new designs for the Facebook banner.
Oh yeah.
And it was one of those things. Towards the end of the year, I was going to look at doing a new banner anyway. I was going to try and go for a non-IP infringing banner, but like TCA Prime's.
IP infringement's where it's at these days, Brad.
Well,
It really is.
Yeah. So. That's all happening there. It's not going to take anything away from the group. The group will still be. He sort of suggested we need news and a forum. I said no. That's what the Facebook page is for. It's just going to be member gallery and some other things. So the TCA transformerscca.com link or website will be redirected to that and not the Podbean account. But we have a link to the podcast stuff on the website, so...
Alright, excellent. Well, and moving on to community news, Australian listeners, you can become a paid and proud member of the club for just $5. All you have to do is send a private message to the big boss, Brad Ostron Prime, to get your membership underway. Membership fees go to purchase of raffle prizes, participation of conventions like Supernova, etc., and all the rest.
I just love how you totally took the reign away from Brad. That was great.
He's always doing it. We've got to give him a rest.
Yeah, I know. True. paid and proud member count this week is 161, up 1 from last week, and social member count has risen by 21 to 1,439. We're getting close. 1,500, and there's going to be freebies given away.
You hear that? There's going to be freebies. Lose your shit. Tell your friends. Get them to join TCCA.
Join and never comment.
Yeah. Till the free stuff arrives.
Yeah, I don't know what that's going to be yet, but
Create some fake accounts. Woo!
yeah, between that and the 200 member count, I've got some figures to purchase to give away. So if you've ever thought about it, become a paid and proud member. Do it now. If we can get to 200, there's going to be some giveaways. When we hit 100, we done I think it was a MP Grimlock and some other figures as well. So,
and if we don't hit the 400 mark on the ticket goal of this giveaway, there could be a Fort Max appearing somewhere along the lines.
this is going a lot slower than expected. We have our TCA Christmas giveaway or donation drive, which is now live. Check out the website, check out the group for all the information on prizes. You've heard me talk about them in the past episodes. We've only sold about 110 tickets at the moment, which is down. We're 4 weeks away from the end of this thing, so
I plan to buy 4 tickets before it ends. I just don't have the money right now.
What 40 tickets?
You heard it here first live on the podcast.
So John, how will those 40 tickets transform?
Will you be paying that cash or credit?
PayPal's an option.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah. So we're I'm glad I've put the clause in about Fort Max. And we done the same thing last drive with Shockwave, and like Fort Max. Even if it doesn't go off on this, we can do. I can hold it over for the New Year raffle or something.
I mean, for any of the listeners out there, it's definitely worth entering. I mean, a $5 ticket could win you some of those amazing prizes. You know, Tyrant and DX9 Tyrant and Carry, MP29 Shockwave, reissue Skylinks, Hot Rod, Trax, Gold Bug, Covenant of Primus. I mean, that's worth $5 to me.
I don't want to say it, but a majority of the past winners have been $5 or $10 donations.
Exactly.
I mean,
it only takes one ticket to win it.
Yeah, most go back the last draw, the January or the June or July raffle, Apollyon and Prime. That was a $20 ticket. $20. He's got Apollyon and Prime.
I still lose sleep that I didn't win that one.
Yeah. Even before that, Magnus was a $5 ticket.
Oh, you go to a lot of effort for the prizes. Like I couldn't do them. They're great.
Yeah, and the club is not self-sufficient. If I didn't put in to these giveaways, half of these figures wouldn't be on there. Skylinks I purchased, Shockwave I purchased, Tyrant I purchased, and Carry I purchased. The club really only paid for Fort Max. Gold Bug was donated thanks to Ahmed at.
I mean, yeah, that's.
And
hopefully, people will start realizing how far you go. That's the same with me. You know, like I paid half of the Supernova stall. Like I'm not getting that back. You know, it's just to better the club. You know, so we can all enjoy what we love. You know,
Rad.
So that's why people need to get on these tickets.
Yep.
If you totally take BSB, I'll buy a lot of tickets.
BSB.
That's not PayPal. The only other way you can do money transfer other than PayPal.
He means a bank transfer, in other words.
That one.
Oh yeah, bank transfer. I can do that. There's already been 3 or 4 people buy tickets through bank transfer. That's
all right. Consider it done.
That's easy. Yep.
We can suit your needs, Mike.
Yeah, if
we have the technology.
Yeah, if you don't have PayPal, you want to do bank transfer, pay me. We can do it.
We can buy the tickets. We can make them faster, better, stronger. But we don't want to spend a lot of money.
Exactly. This week's featured YouTube reviewers, Flight Cool Collectibles, got 2 reviews up this week. He's got his hands on tracks, which most of us have as well. We'll stay tuned for new acquisitions. He's got MP tracks, and he's also got a review up of the Fans Toys toy-coloured Quake Wave. So those of you expecting Quake Wave, he is starting to get there. John, I think that's upcoming for you too.
Oh, he's a lovely figure. I've got the Quake Wave, the T version. I've got all the rest coming.
Okay, so we'll get to the new acquisitions.
As for tracks, in his review, I noticed, because I have an open mind, Raoul is very shiny.
Yes. Yeah, he's got some bling on him.
He is.
He's got a lot of shine to him.
All that paint on the figure, they can't even put 2 white dots for eyes.
Yeah, it's
really
ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah, that was my only thought when I watched his review. I was like, tracks, love it. He pulled up Raoul. I was like, holy crap, that is a shiny figure. I was like, is that made of gold or something? Yeah. It was shiny.
It's not even articulate. It's just this little. I'd prefer if all the figures were just little statues on like little bases. I'd prefer that to the articulate woman bearing hip.
I heard a comment yesterday from Uncles on Shadowcast, and I think it pretty much sums it up. The Uncles, the Revenge of the Fallen or Dark of the Moon Human Alliance figures, they had a wave with human figures and sort of
like the Bumblebee that comes with
Oh
Sam.
no, you're talking about the Dark of the Moon wave that was the Human Alliance scouts.
Yeah,
like the Bumblebee that comes with Sam Witwicky and
yeah,
stuff.
but this is the scout version.
Yeah, I think Michaela and Epps and all that, they come with like snowmobiles and all that sort of thing. Like they're a little bit taller, but they've got a lot more detail, even though the figures don't look like the characters that they're ripping off. But just they look like they're a lot better figures to go with a masterpiece figure than what Hasbro or Takara's putting out. So,
and by the way, good on you for listening to SCU. Good podcast.
It was a
Good on you, Brad.
Good for you.
Oh,
Pat on the back, Nido gang.
I'll pat myself on the back if I can. No, because it's only a couple of weeks ago you mentioned that they're on iTunes. I didn't realise, because I'd looked for them, and every now and then I'll do an iTunes search for any Australian podcasts, and they never come up, and I had to type in the name specifically to get Shadowcast Uncut to come up on iTunes. So
I'll admit I only learnt the other week that they're an Australian podcast through Mike and Leonard, though. I thought they were American.
Yeah, and that was the one thing I was going to say. Last week someone asked if there was any Australian podcasts on the group, and I mentioned I think Benny, or was it you, Mikey? Someone mentioned Shadowcast, and
they're not Australian. They're American with an Australian on it.
So, yeah, and I was talking to Leonard the other night. They do some good things over there, and for all those that want to hail Hasbro, good work.
That is good. I love that.
Because I haven't listened to Shadowed Cast yet. Do they actually hail Hasbro, or is this just a joke that they have?
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Because I was like, that's just wrong.
Yeah. I've started. They've only got, I think, episode 79 is the earliest one they got up, and I've been trying to power through the episodes.
So they're just playing on the Hail Hitler, right?
No, Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Oh, okay. Well, Hail Hydra's a play on Hail Hitler.
Yeah,
so.
of course it is.
Well, yeah. And that's only because Hasbro selling what they sell.
Yeah.
Although there's from what I've been listening, there's a remarkable amount of Hasbro purchases that happen on there. So.
Yeah,
but
I'll turn to the dark side and started buying Hasbro figures because I ran out of Takara figures to buy.
It happens.
Damn colour variants.
Anyway, this is TCA. Let's get on to some favourite posts of the week.
Secondly, he's also got a review of the coloured Fans Toys. Oh shit, we've already done that. Sorry.
Mikey.
Back in your box, boy.
Will do.
Favourite posts of the week.
This is the second week in a row I haven't got one. I'm slipping. John, you've written something down.
Yeah, it's wrong for me to say that my favourite post of the week was the Lego Voltron Force, but You know what? It was just really great. I just love the little Lego engineering of that Voltron Force. The fact that it transformed was just epic.
Yeah, I think that's from the guy that makes all the transforming Autobot Transformers Lego stuff, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know. Alex
Or
gets
is
all
it-
this wonderful stuff from just fucking a void of awesomeness.
Well,
you
that can
purchase
be...
this?
No, there was no purchase. It was just posted on the group.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna try to build them.
And that might, oh, okay, they'll give me my post of the week. Was this week Alex posted the Lego Devastator. Yellow, I think it was yellow and purple, which was weird.
Yeah, no, the Lego one, the one for sale.
Yeah, Lego kit.
I bought it.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. Me and my
awesome.
flatmate are making a Lego town. Like we've got heaps of fucking Lego already, and I've already got like a Mega Bloks Gundam and stuff. I've got the Simpsons house and shit. Like I got all this cool stuff.
There's
and he's
the
got like
Lego
half the
Gundam.
Lego movie stuff. No, it's a Mega Bloks Gundam.
There's Mega Bloks Gundam. That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's sick.
Yeah, it's an RX-78. It's like,
Is that licensed?
yeah, it's a proper Bandai licensed Mega Bloks kit.
Sick.
I couldn't believe it. Like it was being sold at a car boot sale. Like,
Wow.
Of course.
so yeah,
Car boot
my
sales.
Lego town's gonna have Transformers and Gundams fucking messing it up.
That's, yeah, just put the Combinables Devastator above the Lego police station, see how they go. Oh, Mikey.
What about you, Mikey? Any favourite posts?
I have not been active on Facebook, so unfortunately, no.
Mikey doesn't like any of your posts, guys. Pick up.
Yeah, I'm a Nazi. I hate everyone, so there you go.
That don't impress me much. Oh.
No offense to any Nazis out there. I'm sure you're nice guys.
You've got the post, but you haven't got the touch.
Oh, true that. I forgot. My favorite post is, let's give a hand to John.
Oh, hands down, that's my favourite.
We're gonna get to that later on. We've got
Alright,
photos.
that's my favorite post of the week, but we'll get to that later.
Alright, let's stay on hand here.
All right, it's news time. Leading up in Hasbro news, the end is nigh for Transformers Robots in Disguise. It seems we're not going to get to 50 episodes like most of their syndicated series.
Rat.
It looks like they're saying it'll be 45 episodes.
That's unfortunate.
One thing that might be fortunate is apparently it's going to end in a movie.
That's original.
I love the write-up. It says, Robots in Disguise animated series will conclude with Season 2. Some Transformers fans were sad and some happy, while others denied what we're told. We don't believe it.
Don't want to believe it.
Have either of you two watched the series? Is it worth watching?
I haven't got past episode 4. That's more for availability, not for lack of wanting to watch it. I want to watch it.
Look.
I know there's been a couple of members in Australia. The season 1 DVD's out here now, and I'm keen to pick that up, just to catch up on season 1. I'm sort of more interested in season 2 because some of the Prime characters coming back. Although I fear that they're going to be Bulkhead coming to assist and disappearing, or something along those lines.
Why did none of you tell me about the Predacons Rising movie?
Because Prime ends better without it. That's
Yeah, exactly. And that's the one thing I thought. It took a year and a half before that I found that on shelves here and brought it. And watching it, that can be on its own. You do not need to watch that at the end of Prime. Prime ends and then jumps into ROD. What happens in Predacons Rising is...
Stays in Predacons Rising.
Pretty much.
It's almost worse than Rebirth 1, 2 and 3.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I just started downloading it, so...
Yeah, it's an interesting watch. The animation's good, all the stuff on Cybertron's great. It just, all of a sudden they're introducing new characters, instead of just trying to tie up loose ends from the series, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
And Prime ends epically with Bumble. Well, spoiler alert. Prime
Yeah.
ends epically with Bumblebee like freaking
That-
just stabbing Megatron to the freaking chest.
Yeah,
That's epic.
Deadlock is one of the best episodes of Transformers ever released. It
Yeah.
shits all over G1, and I'd have to say there might be one episode of Beast Wars that will take it on, but it is just, it ends awesome, and then just, but we didn't have Prime die this series, so better do a movie and have Prime die.
That's ridiculous.
And Prime's sacrifice is just not, he's going to sacrifice
doesn't feel
himself, so yeah. Whereas Bumblebee, he dies and comes back and takes out Megatron, and it's just, you took my voice, so I'll never let you take another thing from my friends again. It's just
Epic.
his epic quote, and just it just reflects back on the entire series.
How brutal
Yeah,
it was.
and
how
the
real.
fact that he's staying a scout.
I've
that
got-
he doesn't want to graduate until he gets back to Cybertron and that.
Yeah,
Like, so it
yeah.
is a powerful line.
Exactly. I've got goosebumps now just talking about it. Just yeah, and just
And then-
those. And yes, you might not like the you might not like the Prime aesthetic, the movie aesthetic. Fair enough, but just that last season 3 is just.
But then you go from this epic Bumblebee from Prime that's just finished off, and then just becoming this total badass, and then moving on to RID where it's just like this flippity floppity clown type figure. It's just it's not,
He's surrounded by junk.
he's surrounded by shit characters.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. They're not good characters. That Grimlock is an abortion of a Grimlock. That's not Grimlock.
I laughed when when I first saw him in episode 4, but I haven't seen nothing past that. So, but
That's
it's
not
it's different. Yeah, but movie, that's like the movies. Different interpretations of the character. They've mixed it up for a new generation or whatever else, and just having another play on the character. So I'll give it some
Look,
leniency, but again, I haven't seen past episode 4, so I don't know what character development's there.
It's not horrible, but it's not Prime. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering it's a continuation from
Continue
Prime,
with Prime,
it's
exactly.
it's about as far from a continuation as
Far can be.
well, really, it's more of a continuation from Prime than it's lesser computer there from Prime than Beast Machines from Beast Wars. At least then we had some sort of backstory, but
Yeah, in the first episode of Beast... actually, no, that's not a good example. That's... I'm confused. Let's move on.
yeah.
If that headline actually relates to what the show's going to be, that just blows my mind.
How about you tell us what we're looking at?
So a Dark Transformers cartoon series for adult fan is on its way. Transformers Combiner Wars series.
This is the Machinima done
Is this
one.
the Machinima?
Yeah.
I like Machinima. So Hasbro and IDW Comics and Machinima are partnering to make a Transformers cartoon series that is, for the first time ever, is specifically designed for the teen and adult fans. Fuck yeah!
It's been said to it's pulling directly from the comic. I haven't been reading the comics that are coming with the figures. I haven't been reading. I think it's RID that are skewed off into Combiner Wars. I know Wingblade's a major part. We know that Wingblade's going to be it's going to be from her perspective in the cartoon. That might get me to buy the actual figure, because at the moment I've got no interest in it.
Did either of you know that Windblade's a fan created character?
Yeah. I knew that.
What
Yes,
happened
definitely.
there?
Take it, Brad.
That was last year.
To celebrate the 30 years of Transformers.
Yeah, 30 years of Transformers. They put out a poll. I think they wanted to do a.
But she already existed, and they just wanted a figure made of it.
No. This is completely new.
Quote unquote new. It was
Yeah.
totally not just them having us on saying, "Oh yeah, you're totally creating a new figure."
Yeah, I think it's along the similar lines of what happened with Victorion. They had
But there was still a vote then. There was still a vote then for what character
It was a
coming.
quote
You know what
unquote
I just
vote.
don't understand, because one person can only come up with one idea, and they
yeah,
wouldn't have
but
just chose one
it's
person to go.
female. They would have come up with the drawing after the votes were done. It would have been Autobot, Decepticon, male,
Right.
female. They would have had probably 5 or
Yeah,
6.
so the figure itself is still designed then by the Hasbro team.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
putting out
They would
going
have had
in.
5 or 6 choices for alt mode.
Yeah, like
Color.
do you want a car or do you want a
Yeah,
plane and do you want it male?
plane,
Yeah.
jet, motorbike,
I think
monkey,
that's good to
whatever
know.
else.
Monkey.
Yeah, and then once they tallied all the results, they would have said, "Rightio, our designers, whoever they are, here's what all the votes have been. Show us your designs." And they would have taken 5 or 6 designs and said, "Rightio, this one looks like it'll be the best one to do, parts wise and everything else," and gone with that. This one, more than the Victorian, I believe was actually legit. I still believe Victorian was made before the fans even got the vote on it. That figure was done. They knew what figures they were going to repaint. They were just waiting to hear what sex it was going to be and what paint scheme to do it. So,
Okay.
as for the Machinima cartoon, yes, it's we're hearing it's going to be a lot darker. I've heard darker than Prime. It's going to be following Wingblade on her adventures. So our biggest issue of this is going to be availability, how to watch. Because Machinima being a web-based series, I'm pretty sure you can go to their website and sign up, subscribe or whatever else, but I'm not 100% keen on that. But
Because at the end of if you finish the Devastation game,
yeah,
at the very end, it's got a like a anime sort of movie that plays, and you get to see Superion and Mensor, and they're very much
Spoiler alert.
the Combiner War figures.
yeah,
Like
Oh,
so,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but it looks really, really well done. Like it's different from all the other animation through the whole game,
yeah, yeah.
and I straight away noticed that and was like, this looks like a cartoon. And if it looks anything like what was in that spoiler at the end of the game, I think it's going to be a great series, honestly.
Yeah, they just didn't want to animate the Superion and Defensor CAD models because that would have cost them too much money. But yeah, no, I can understand. I think that's where it's gonna. I don't think they're gonna be making CAD models and designing like new models for each figure. They're just gonna draw them. Drawing would save them a lot of money.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing now I need to see is some screenshots. Just show us what your Prime's going to look like, or just show us a scene with 2 figures, like so we know what the animation style is going to be. We know what the figure. Well, we know they're going to be off the Combiner Wars figures anyway, but yeah, I just want to see some photos now, and maybe a plot.
Definitely a plot, please.
Yeah.
A plot.
All right, up next, and luckily we postponed to Saturday night, and this all come through early this morning. Fortress Maximus, Powermaster Prime, although it's not a Powermaster, G2 Bruticus, and more revealed from the Hasbro event in... it doesn't matter. We've got...
I know, not PotCon.
No, it's...
Yeah, moving on.
yeah, from our Hasbro event. We have some nice figures. First up, we've got this. We had some leaked images of Fort Max on Thursday, I believe. Heavy retool of Generations Metroplex, even though we're only seeing a artist rendition here. Thoughts on Fort Max?
I mean, I'll get him, but I'd like to see the actual figure, just to see what the retool's like.
Yeah, from all accounts, it's just the bot and base mode. There's no spaceship mode.
Well, the spaceship mode is really just Fortress Maximus lying down. So
Yeah, well,
spaceship mode.
and you only got to look at Metroplex. You've got base mode, carrier mode, and bot mode anyway. So surely you can go into carrier mode, and that'll be his spaceship mode. They just haven't. We haven't seen photos of that yet, but. He's going to be a headmaster, the same as the rest of the Titans Return figures.
See, that I'd like if they actually made the headmaster figures better.
Yeah,
Like, they just for new figures they seem very basic. Like, I love the fact that they're headmasters. I don't like what they've done to the headmasters. If that makes sense.
We'll get. Oh, I suppose. All right, we'll just.
You know, like your problem, the screw in the middle. You know,
Well,
like put a bit of plastic over the top of it, like, you know, a little round circle, and that fixes that problem.
Well, that's it. We'll jump straight into Optimus Prime. High Q, as you're saying, just like everything else, he's got that screw in the middle. Yes, it's got to hold the figure together, but do something. Put a plug, bit of detail or something over it. At least they color coded it, so it's not just a silver screw. But I don't even see arm articulation. It's just legs fold down if you've got knee joints, and maybe the head pivots.
Which I'm really lost here. What Prime are you talking about, Brad?
If you go the link that we've got in the run sheet.
Yeah, the Optimus Prime Supreme.
Yeah. He's got his base mode, his head mode or headmaster, his bot mode, and his alt mode. Down in the pictures down below.
Oh, in the same link for the...
Yeah,
that's why I'm confused. I was looking at the next link for the Supreme Prime. I'm like, I don't know, this dude ain't a headmaster.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, still, we've got...
Yeah, and that's it. They're just too basic. Like, I get when they were G1 or years ago why they were like that, you know, because they didn't have the technology. But, yeah, just
but
give
it's
them a little
G1.
bit of articulate. Yeah.
Nah, but then they're articulated crap.
But then what's the point in
G1
redoing
fans,
it? Like,
because...
you know, with what you say there, why redo it then? If you're happy with G1, stick to G1.
Because Powermaster Prime's $400 on eBay.
You know, but if it ain't
this is going to be 80.
Don't fix it. You know,
this will be 80.
But Powermaster Prime, let's be honest, I actually don't like the figure. Like, I really actually like the Energon figure. Like with the big windows and stuff, like it's weird, but I actually like that the figures really looked like how they did in the cartoon. It's the one time that I was actually sort of impressed by that.
That's because the toys were they based the...
Yeah, they made the toys first and then made the cartoon. Like, I get that.
Well, yeah.
But it works for it. But now this Optimus has tiny little windows and...
But I don't. That's a battle. I don't mind. I don't mind the design, the cab mode.
I mean, I was going to probably get it because I like the Powermaster Prime, like, but
you can point, you can poke all you want. Like the yes, he's got his little windows. Okay, he's battle armored up, but he's got that massive radiator where one bullet would cause him to overheat. And then that massive Autobot logo. How is that robots in disguise?
No.
It's a retool. It's a retool of Ultra Magnus. They've done a bit of retooling, especially on the trailer.
They just could have done a bit more to the front. That's all I think. Like, you know, I'm happy with retools. So we're happy with repaints. Let's be honest, we all buy them, even though we whinge about them. But yeah, they just haven't done much to this other than the trailer.
Yeah, I've got no history with the character.
Haven't you watched Armada?
No, I've played the game. I've watched the first couple episodes. I've been meaning to rewatch it because I know when
you should. I loved it, man. Like, I'm so into minicons now, eh?
This guy isn't based off Armada.
I was about to say that the Powermaster Prime's G1.
Based off G1.
Yeah.
Really? But Armada's got the, like, that, you know...
Nah, you're thinking bloody Energon Prime. The Power Rangers Prime.
Well, the Powermaster Prime's even different. He's got a big front cab and everything.
You're thinking Power Rangers Prime.
No, not Power Rangers, Powermaster, and he's got a white and red cab. And he's got a big dome at the top of it.
I'm confused. G1 Powermaster Prime was like Ultra Magnus. It was just a Prime that went into its trailer as armour.
Oh.
And I think it had electronics with it as well.
Yeah. Yeah?
I think.
What was that, Mikey?
It had an electronics box that went with it.
Did it?
Yeah. If you don't, you didn't buy them in the sealed box.
That's not
Oh yeah, so you're right. No, I'm getting confused with
yeah.
Prime.
I think you're
Damn,
thinking
I
of...
had that Prime and I sold it for like fucking $10, thinking it was not the trailer, but the front cab and everything.
That still goes for
$10.
Yeah, I like it. I don't unless it's, I'll buy this later on. I'm not paying exclusive. Must have it in the first week to buy it.
Oh, yeah, I'll wait till
Shouldn't be that much though, should it? It's only going to be...
Well, Magnus was 80, so with the retooling, at least 80. It might be a $99 or $100 figure, because it's a headmaster and all that, where Magnus wasn't. But then you still had
Dimbus
Nimbus in his chest, so...
And how do you feel about all these new minicons?
Woo.
Woo!
They're interesting. Even today in Target, they're on there. They're $10. They're the cheapest.
Bad.
They're the cheapest transformer you can buy currently, unless you're in Coles and they got Fix It for $5. Which, for some reason, my Coles has got another 20 Fix-Its and side swipes in there. So I'm going to get a couple more Fix-Its, but
Oh God.
Yeah, like that. I love minicons after watching Armada, but these ones just aren't doing it for me.
they're not really
Minicons?
minicons in the Armada form.
Yeah, they're just tiny transformers.
They're little, they're almost,
Okay.
what do you call them?
Target
The
Master?
bot shot, no, bot shots?
Oh yeah.
No, Bakugan.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Bakugan, definitely.
well, you definitely gotta catch them all. But,
Yeah, that's Pokemon.
yeah, I know, but it's same as Tamagotchi and all those other 45 different card games that are out there now.
Yeah, they've definitely gone
Tamagotchi,
mad with
isn't
they've
it?
definitely gone mad with the retooling of that round one.
Oh, yeah.
What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh yeah. They're
5,
insane.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different retools
But
of
it's-
one bot.
It's yeah,
I'm really not.
that round globe
Yeah.
ball one.
I'll buy 1 or 2 just to have for my Unicrons, so they've got like...
They would
planets.
be a really good little custom Unicron and Primus. My point, and it's the same reason I've told the young fella the last 2 weeks no when he's won one, is I love how they're on the faction symbol sprues.
Yeah.
The fact that they've got all those little weapons is not good for kids.
Yeah, they just lose them.
But as a collector, I'd just love to have those displayed there
You
to
need to-
say, right, here's the bot, it's ready to go in action, here's all his weapons.
You'd need 2, wouldn't you? Like one to have as pulled out and then one to have...
No, I'll
still
just
the whole
leave them.
sprue.
No, I'll just leave them in their sprue. I'll just leave them, have
You
all the
just leave 'em
Autobots
like
on one
that,
side. Yeah, because you're not gonna sit there and go pew pew and throw them a Devastator or whatever else. They're a display piece.
I might.
You, John, need to buy 2.
Yeah.
As the next lot down, the super deformed with faction symbols above their heads, I got no idea what the hell that is.
Yeah, that's just the dumbest almost makes me think like Hasbro just went and smoked a whole bunch of crack and sold their ideas to someone else.
At least the G1 Pez dispensers were serviceable. They had a purpose. I've got no idea what these other things are, and
Yeah, because then you can just snap the faction symbol off and then you've got a nice little robot and a faction symbol.
I'm guessing it just pokes in the top, but Starscream's a car.
No, they
It
transform.
looks like Prime.
Yeah. I didn't know that transform.
Soundwave, Starscream, almost the same figure. They just transformed into a car. Prime's got a bit bigger.
They can't be transformable, eh? That has to be 2 separate figures.
I don't...
Look
No,
at it.
'cause
There's no way that
these-
Megatron turns into that tank. It's a tank on his head, but then it's a G1 Megatron body on the next shot.
There's no... oh, no, he's got treads...
Doesn't he? I haven't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's G1 Megatron, man.
His heel, his
Gun chest.
underarms...
No, look at the chest, man. That's clearly the gun chest, and he's got the red bottom, like the red torso. And that black is the fists.
Even looking at the Nemesis Prime... Even looking at... Well, Prime's the easy one. The Prime figure's got no wheels on it.
Oh, you know what it will be?
I bet the head's
body,
just pop
the body
off.
pulls out.
Yeah.
The head, you can change the body.
Yeah.
No, look at... Oh, wait, look at the big picture. They are... The Seekers are a plane with wheels.
Wheels, yeah, I just noticed that. And they got no wings.
Oh, classic.
So... There's
Good job, Hasbro.
some Looney Tunes stuff going on here. Good work for licensing. YouTube viewers, I'm not going to put these in there for you to see. Go and check the link out because it's something to
We can't be
respectable.
bothered.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I've just been trying to speak for like the last 20 minutes and I'm
you've been on mute again.
You haven't been doing a good job at it.
I'm also coughing up like 17 tons of phlegm, just, for that reason as well. Just to have a nice thought whilst you're eating. Yeah, they split open and then you like rotate them and then either the body comes out or the little vehicle mode comes out and then you can close them up and have a super deformed head on either a vehicle or super deformed head on a body.
So you reckon that both of them are stored in the head?
They're stored in the head, yeah. You
In
split
the
the
head,
head open
yeah.
and then you spin it around, yeah.
Wow.
It's just a waste of money. Just a waste of money.
Yeah,
I don't see the appeal.
Yeah, finally with this article, probably one of the more interesting things is we have a fan vote. I posted on Thursday, I think it was, from another group where it looked like a Japanese toy group were posting a vote for the next Titan class figure. And it was all shot down as being a hoax or just something that group was running at the time. Yet now with this Hasbro reveal of all these new figures, we've also got from them that they are after a fan vote for the next Titan class figure. And there's 3 figures here that I think we can all say we really want to see. We've got Trypticon, Omega Supreme and Scorponok.
My God, like
Who are we
any
wanting?
of them.
Any of them?
I'd take. Any of them, but Trypticon the most. Any of them I'd take.
Like, we haven't had a decent Scorponok since G1.
Well,
Yeah, and that's my, like, I don't, I'm not a huge fan of Scorponok just because I don't know him very well, but he's a cool figure and I'd like to see what they would do.
the Energon
With a
one
new
is okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's going to be
it's
a completely new. Maybe it won't be a new mold. They could.
Well,
It'd be Metroplex retool.
That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing between these 3, and I've said on the group today, Omega Supreme and Scorponok can both easily be retooled Metroplexes.
No,
Whereas-
we need Scorponok because really there's Omega Supremes out there. Like Omega Supreme and Scorponok. I mean, no, Scorponok and Trichticon are the only 2 that don't have new releases.
Plus
Omega
we need more
Supreme, you've got the
Decepticons.
Energon. Yeah. So it has to
Yeah,
be
but
one of the 2.
I don't like that Energon one. I reckon it looks crap.
Yeah, but the Year of the Snake one's good.
It's the same one. It's just different paint.
No, he's got a different arm as well. He's got
That's
a different
Omega
arm
Supreme
and a different
we're
head.
talking
Yeah, Mega Supreme. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he looks more like the G1 one with the head with the glass piece on him and stuff and the big
Yeah.
claw hand.
Yeah, that looks alright.
Yeah, I understand people wanting Trypticon to go off their Metroplex. I don't. The 4 Cybertron Trypticon is gone. I don't see him doing that design. It's going to be a generation style upgrade of the G1 figure. Whether it's got knee joints, it won't walk. I don't see it walking.
Oh no, it's not going to be
it might have a
re-envisioned of the G1 like with all electronics.
Yeah,
It'll just be the
yeah.
same as what Metroplex is, a big plush.
Which makes me wonder if there's going to be a button to push and his crown and eyes might light up, like the Metroplex. But
Yeah, Metroplex's eyes don't light up, do they? He just
Yeah.
talks.
no, his eyes light up and flash.
Oh.
And you got the little lever on the back. You can turn them so they look one way or the other.
John, do you even play with your toys at all?
Apparently not.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain in the butt. You got to actually hold the button down to get it to talk, so you can see where the eyes are pointing when you turn the button on the back of his head.
Also,
Yeah.
John, there's this big sales pitch with Transformers. They go from one mode into another.
Are you serious?
I'm not
I
kidding.
wondered why their arms had wheels on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I'd prefer to see Trypticon because it'd be a new mold. It's also interesting that the Fort Max we've seen is out in February, which is early, considering most of these Titan figures have been released or at the BotCon in June, July, and then we get them about August. So there's some speculation out there that we're going to get Fort Max in February, and there might be a second Titan class figure for August, September. and that'll most obviously be whatever this fan vote is. Like the Masterpiece fan vote, I can guarantee all three of these are in prototype stage.
It'll be Triptychon, let's be honest. Like, everyone's already bought Metroplex and wants someone to fight
Yeah,
him.
but that's 2 years removed. I reckon the sure bet's Scorponok, because
Yeah.
Fort Max is coming out. Scorponok's Fort Max's
If it's Omega
protege.
Supreme, I'm going to be pissed only because, we need a Decepticon out first before another
As much as I want to see an updated Omega Supreme, I reckon he's the bottom dollar. He'd be the least.
He's the least favourite one at the moment.
I wouldn't say least favourite. I'd say least likely.
least likely.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's what I
yeah.
meant.
Because I'm still wanting an animated Omega Supreme, and I'd love to get a type class Omega Supreme. That'd be just amazing. But yeah, I reckon Scorponok's the lead runner at the moment, just to go with that the Fort Max that's coming out in February.
I'm not 100% that they will definitely all come out, because you remember that vote for the Star Saber. I personally don't think we're going to see an Armada Optimus Prime, a
Primal.
Energon Optimus Prime done up into a masterpiece. Like,
Yeah, true, but Primal was on that list.
yeah, but that was
I think he
one.
was fifth.
But
He
let's
was- he was
say
fifth,
hypothetically that by standard vote that, like, Omega Supreme wins, right? They're going to have
Yes.
to then do Triptychon or Scorponok, because who wants two massive big Autobots and no Decepticons to fight them?
3 massive big Autobots.
Yeah. There you go, yeah, because
Well-
Fort Max as well, exactly. So they're going to all come out. Like,
They're all
those
just going to
three,
be
I
playing
think.
scissors, paper, rock with each other.
Yeah, that's,
But then that list sort of leads towards Omega too, because we had Fort Max Autobot, then we had Devastator Decepticon, so now it's time for another Autobot.
Wouldn't it be time now? You mean another Decepticon?
No, 'cause
Metroplex,
Devastator.
Devastator,
Devastator,
Fort Max.
then Fort Max, so then...
Oh,
Now-
okay.
now
yeah.
Decepticon.
Yeah, good point. I forgot about Ford Max, yeah. So, we'll find out. The other interesting thing is with that is, yes, we might get 2 next year, but then don't forget 2017 is a movie year. So, Toy Fair in February is going to be showing all the new movie toys. We might even start seeing a couple of those at the New York Comic Con in October of next year. So they've said that they're going to run these figures or these lines independently of each other. So it's only because of that I'm thinking that yes, we might get the other 2 next year. Notice of these 2 at the end of next year, unless they decide to do Titan or whatever figures. We have our 3. This will develop later. Who's going to get done? I think we can all safely say that we'd love to see any of them done at the moment. So
Yep, definitely.
yeah, okie dokie. Okay, going into Takara news. Transformers Adventure Optimus Prime. We have some final in-hand images of this big thing. I've just seen the Hasbro version in Target today, and it's big, it's Prime, it's not my cup of tea. Any of us picking this up?
No.
No,
Doesn't look good.
no,
Yeah.
definitely not. Is that the 3-step thingy?
Oh, I think it's 5.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
No. Alright, Transformers Adventure, Drift, Origin Mode and Jazz. We've seen some prototypes of this a couple of weeks ago, but now we've got some coloured samples or coloured shots of the Takara redo of Drift. Of Jazz, sorry, into Drift. So, I'm guessing this is a comic.
Yeah, it says
paint job.
IDW Comics inspired version.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
What
so
about
it's...
You
Oh,
read the
sorry.
comics, Mikey? Do they look like what they're supposed to?
Drift looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate to the comics if he was in the Prime universe, which he's not, so it makes no sense. But anyway, Jazz has nothing to do with Drift, so I don't know why they're in a 2-pack together, so yeah.
If you look at that third photo, he's got a sword that's bigger than him, like bigger than the robot.
That's
That's impressive.
That's Japanese though. The sword's always outstanding. Figures.
Oh yeah, like the Generations Drift has an outrageously huge sword, so. But yeah, I don't see the point if we've already got the Generations Drift. The Generations Drift is like the best drift we'll ever get.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I got no interest.
Pointless remold, really.
Okay, money hungering.
Exactly.
And there's some other news. We have some new images of Masterpiece, Shockwave, Ironhide, and Hot Rod from the new Generations book that's on its way out. Some interesting photos. Start with Hot Rod. He's got a big backpack. A couple of these photos, he's got a big backpack there. I'm loving some of the design art. I don't know why they're picturing it with a fish. We haven't seen a fish with the fishing rod, have we?
No, I think they're just implying that that's what it is. In case you don't know what a fishing rod looks like, they put the picture of the fish there.
But still, they've got the fish, which leads me to believe that it comes with a fishing rod.
It was in case you never knew what they were actually doing on the water in the movie scene. They were actually fishing.
It makes me wonder. There's some nice detailed photos here, or they're sketches, I suppose, of the figure. Once again, we get to see what it's like underneath. I still don't like that flat chest. We're going to get to what I feel is a better looking Hot Rod in a minute, but those Takara disciples, here it is.
The colour ain't definitely, like, the painting of the figure ain't going to help that flat chest, but, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'll get it, but...
Yeah, we also have some Ironhide photos as well. Although he's teamed up with Trax. The bot mode looks a lot beefier than what it actually is. So I don't know what got lost in translation there. Again, panels facing down, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm still not backing down on my word.
One interesting thing now, we've got these nice clear big photos, especially the ones of him showing him transforming, the foreshot. You've got the one of him in his Mario Kart mode. The front window and bonnet obviously detach and come up and cover his rear window, and then those panels on his hips fold down or fold up. So, wait a minute, where are we looking here?
They fold down.
Yeah, but even when he's standing, it's got the panels facing backwards and the wheels under him. So, I don't know what movement's there. I'm still holding to our bet, but
yeah, I see what you're talking about now. Like, because the wheels there on the side, but then you go back one, and then the wheels are behind, like where his bum is.
Yeah, so that panel, whatever that panel and wheel tilts up. So
well, Mikey, that $50 that I'm giving you looks like it might be going to Brad.
Because straight to Brad.
That panel, it's like the hips are facing down and fold up, not down. Because that panel's got to tilt up, so those wheels are at the back, so they fold around to cover his butt.
Yes.
Because in full mode, the wheel arch for the figure is at the back, not the front. So,
well, either way, it looks like I'm either losing no money or I'm gaining $100. So it's pretty good for me at the moment.
Well, about that 50. Let's have a look. We've got some Shockwave photos too, showing off his. We have one photo here showing off his hands.
My only thought that I could be right is that I'll discuss with you. See that on the picture down the very bottom where it says
he's
robot,
holding the fist,
where it says robot to gun.
Yeah.
And he's holding the fist. Now look at that outcut there. That doesn't look long enough for that cannon arm to actually go in.
No, I reckon you poke it in. I reckon you poke it in.
Poke it in, it wouldn't bend that way. It's going to fold straight back up. It's not a real arm.
You can bend the elbow.
Yeah, bend the elbow.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem like a smooth transformation. Like, that could be it. That's just the only reason I doubt that that's it. But, like, that's the only reason I have doubts still.
Maybe.
Like, it does look like I'm in the wrong. This has nothing to do with the bet. This is just purely from pictures. I just don't see how that cannon arm fits into that slot there.
Maybe they opened the flap wide enough.
Yeah, but then even in saying that, if that's the way it goes, and that cannon goes in, that cannon only stays to one side, and
That's
it's just
right.
the muzzle. The muzzle
But
covers everything.
if that cannon detaches, I'm in the right. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, but they do. They both hands
No, but if that cannon has
detach.
to detach for the transformation.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
you can't see yet what's happening. He's
No.
only showing that fist and that, like, you know, so, like, yeah, I'll admit, it does clearly look like a cutout.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like the right shape for the fist or the cannon.
But if only one of them gets removed and one of them stays on, we both lose. So there you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then,
that
but
is
then also too, like if those arms just come over and poke into that muzzle break on it, then why wouldn't you just take the fist and the if you're going to display it in gun mode, take the fist and the gun off and just move the hands in together so
And
you can't see
because-
that crap.
And because if they've made it the way they have, the tabs are on the fists, so if you take the fists off, it's not going to be able to tab in. Yeah.
I don't know. They'll be in the what do you call it? That's not a shin. That's a the lower arm. The tab will be in the lower arm.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen some pictures that unfortunately make me feel that I've lost the bet, because on his fists there's two tabs on the part that clearly of the fist that detaches.
Yeah.
Like the whole fist detaches and there's a tab on the base of it, so I think that's where it tabs in. That's why I think I've lost the bet.
Oh, we have a couple of months to go. We might see just after Christmas. We might start seeing some test shots getting out there to reviewers. So it'll be interesting. At the moment, I'm not down for either of these figures. Ratchet, I am. I'm just trying to find one for a good price. But
So you're honestly not down for Shockwave?
nah, I'm keeping Quakewave. I've got no interest to spend another $200 on another Shockwave.
Don't get me wrong, like, I'm keeping Quakewave hands down, like I was telling, but I mean, this Shockwave's still alright.
I don't like the
I get
plastic.
you-
The
I get
plastic
your
looks.
reasoning.
The plastic doesn't look right to me. It just looks light. I'm not a fan.
No, that's fair enough.
I've got Ratchet. I've got what else we got? There's a couple of third-party figures coming up that I really want to get over it. Unfortunately, leaving or not getting figures when they come out obviously leads to increased prices later on, but I'm happy with that. I can get it later on if I need be. I can't have two Shockwaves in my masterpiece collection at the moment. Quakewave's it. I still think it'd be a better made figure than this, because speculation at the moment, Takara's pumping figures out for quantity, not quality, which is
Oh
unfortunate.
yeah, and like, those legs are definitely going to be...
Those legs are the
horrible.
biggest issue. Yes, Quakewave's legs aren't cartoon accurate, but those legs keep Quakewave upright.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, it's MP9 all over again.
And I've seen reviews this week of some of the Combaticons, and the reviewer cannot get the figure in the pose that's on the box because the figure doesn't move that way. So even though that's combined, that's Hasbro Deluxes. I'm still, I'm not sold, not yet, not for $170 or something. So
yeah.
anyway, third party news. As soon as the page loads, we have another Megatron bold forms. We've seen some prototypes of this before. It's a triple changing Megatron. It's a nice updated Megatron. A nice looking tank. I can delete that bit. Nice looking updated tank. Nice updated James Bondish pistol, like the original. Bot mode. It looks like Megatron.
Yeah.
It's missing some of the detail.
The arm cannon, I don't like what they've done there, with a missile launcher instead.
It's we commented on this on the episode when we seen the prototypes. It's the scope. It's the scope for the gun, not the barrel. Which is like most Megatrons, I suppose. But no, it's not the scope. Sorry, it's a laser pointer. There's like a laser pointer underneath the barrel.
Yeah.
That becomes it, where everything else goes into his mass. So I've got a poly on. That's the only Megatron for me until the Takara one is announced next year. But
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to hold out for the Takara one.
Yeah. Yeah. Mikey, you need a Megatron?
I have a Pollyon and
It's a good
okay.
statue.
It's a good statue, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried I transformed it once and I was just like,
Oh.
yeah, that took me 3 years. And then
Ooh.
and then no, it literally took me 2.5 hours. I'm not kidding you. Anyway, and that was watching a review.
Did you
Anyway,
keep? Did all the leg panels stay intact?
No.
No.
No, definitely not. It was hell. Anyway, then I tried transforming it again because I felt like being insane, and it just wouldn't transform. It just wouldn't, like, it physically wouldn't transform. I'm just like, okay, I'm just leaving you in robot mode, and it looks great in robot mode, but that's it should just be a statue, that figure.
Have any of us pre-ordered or purchased Andreas? Their what is it, Cyclonus?
No, but I haven't. And Alex Ching just posted pictures a few minutes ago. It doesn't look very good. His arms are like a completely different purple to the rest of his body and stuff. Like it's, yeah, I don't know.
Is that a test shot? Or is that the proper release?
I think it's a proper release. It was a picture of the box. It was a picture of the box and then the figure in front of the box. And he just said, I don't know, the colours just don't seem right. So I was like, yeah, that seems like...
This will be a turn point for him because they've only done Apollyon, and then all of a sudden they've got Scourge, they've got Cyclonus, they've got Sunstreaker, they've got Tyrant, whatever else. Not Tyrant, that's DX9.
Yeah,
all these figures, they've done one figure, they stuffed up on, that it was late getting out, and then they sent out replacement parts with the second release, and then people brought it, and at the moment it's people are going for the second release over the first release, and if they don't sell enough on the first release, then there won't be a second release. So it's going to be interesting. I seen a photo today of it in robot mode next to a Fong, and it was the same size. So yeah, I suppose it all depends on what Galvatron. At least they're going for G1 aesthetic and not just super detailed. I will give them that. Whereas sort of Tyrant's is a lot more detailed, and even the fans' toys has got a little bit more detail as well. But yeah. Anyway, that's not Bold Form's Megatron. I've got no interest in this one.
And then
it's a nice looking figure, but yeah.
Next up on the news, just in case you didn't have enough Devastators.
Hulky.
Oh.
DX9 Toys Hulky final production images.
Hulky.
I just don't get why everyone's doing more, Devastators. This one's only, double the size of a Pepsi can.
Because apparently we need a Legend Class Devastator, because...
Oh, I'll skip that. I'm trying to figure out where the hell it is on the red sheet. Yeah, we've seen this a couple of months ago. They were putting out some test shots of Hulky. We only seen his torso at the point leaning up against a Coke can.
I mean, it looks great. Like it's a great figure, but why would you want it?
Yeah, for the $150 or $200 it's going to cost, buy a Combiner Wars one. Yes, the Mixed Master's not right, but add-on kits are coming out dime a dozen at the moment to replace that. I know a lot of people will buy the Legends size figures to display with their Metroplex. This doesn't fit with that at all because he's a combiner and he should be the same size as Metroplex, i.e. the Combiner Wars Devastator. So I don't understand where this fits in anyone's collection.
The only thing I like about it is if you keep scrolling down, he's got an accessory that's like a piece of steel like rhubarb that he's like bending.
Yeah.
And so you can put that in his hands. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah. And even the individual bot modes, I love how they've stayed true to the G1 characters. Like they look great, but not for $150. It just.
And with all the other third-party Devastators, you just get one of them. Like if you're going to go third-party, you're normally going for it because you want something bigger and better than what already exists, not something smaller and tinier.
The only place I see this is on your G1 shelf if you haven't got G1 Devastator, really. but I don't. You can buy G1 Devastator for under $100, so it's even then it's mute.
Yeah,
It's a
pretty
mute
much.
point. I don't understand it. Fans Toys dropped a bit of a bomb this week. They're doing a masterpiece scaled Galvatron Sovereign.
Not only that, they're going to be
That's
doing
two.
a Cyclonus and a Scourge.
Yeah, they've hinted at that as well.
They've got a picture there with the two shadows of them there.
Yep. Some of us are disappointed because we still haven't seen their Jetfire, which I think was '09, that has never come out, or Skyfire.
Was that Fans Toys?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, we've seen hinted a year ago, 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah, FT's, I think it was '09 or '08 was Skyfire, and we've never seen anything more than a silhouette.
Nope.
And that number hasn't been taken up, so I don't know whether they were waiting for the Harmony Gold lawsuit to play its part out or what happened, but we've never seen that. And there was something else. I know their Soundwave got cancelled, and rumours are that's going to come back, but yeah, now we've got Galvatron, and this is number 2.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably thinking, like, you know, because that Soundwave that got cancelled, they you know, did the right thing at the time, cancelling it because MB13 was coming out. But now that they're probably seeing that all these other companies are still rivaling with other bots that are out on the market and people are still buying them,
Yeah.
they think, screw it, we've got the mould made, let's just print it, put it out there.
Yeah, and I'll bring up, we talked about Shattered Cast earlier in the episode, and I'll bring up them again now. I think it was episode 79 I was just listening to. They and this is recorded back, May or something, like when Tyrant was first announced. They were commenting that the third-party companies were releasing, they'll get figures to the point of final colour images before Takara would announce their official one. Just to put the nail in the coffin, so people would go to Takara and
Not go to there.
the third parties would be they'd be at the point
And
of shipping them.
they've spent all the money on that figure, and now
Yeah, the only money they haven't spent is actually shipping the figure out. Everything else, design, paint, and that's done.
and that makes sense. That's business.
Yeah, we've
It's
got
ruthless business, but business.
Tyrant's due out now, and if this thing was released in coloured photos, I reckon before Christmas we'd see a Masterpiece Galvatron announcement.
But I mean, yeah, like out of the two, I'd rather this Fans Toys one, but at the same time, it's not really doing it for me. I don't want to not get it and miss out. You know, like I hope that a Takara one comes out, but if I don't get it and then a Takara one doesn't come out, then I'm fucked.
Yeah, and so it's prototype images as well. He's got a Matrix in one hand, which okay, but at least the DX9 one had it hanging around his neck, which was a bit better. But yes, okay, the movie Galvatron was alright, but I'm not a Galvatron fan.
So I like Galvatron just because Unicron made him.
Yeah, I had Mania King.
Yeah.
I never took it out of the box and ended up selling it a couple of months after getting it. I just had no interest
No,
in Galvatron. I'm more for the 85, 86 bots, or 84, 85 bots. So I'm not going to jump onto this or the sweeps. I think Fans Toys, the engineering, everything's pretty much down packed at the moment. I was talking to someone about this today, where the norm is third party being a higher price and everything, and not really comparing or being a good comparison to Takara. But I think Fans Toys are the exception when you've got figures like their
I think
Hound.
Fans Toys and Make Toys are both up there.
Yeah, when you got figures like their Hound that are coming out for $80, that's Autobot car price. Like their prices are getting closer and closer on par to Takara and the official releases than a lot of the others.
Oh, I completely agree with you. That's why
even
I think
what
Takara's slipping
Quakewave-
lately. Like
Yeah, what Quakewave cost you?
Orbitron, Make Toys and that, all their figures are coming out in my opinion, on par as Takara, if not better.
Let's not start on Warbotron. What Quakewave cost you?
Oh, so 160 US.
Yeah, whereas Takara Shockwave's 179.
Yeah, exactly.
So the masterpiece figures being overpriced is starting to get starting to come down, but other places like Bad Cube and their Lone Wolf
Yeah.
are stupid prices. So
Yeah, see, 179, that's $247 Australian. I've paid $250 for my clear Quakewave from Premium Collectibles.
I want that Quakewave.
But that's, you want it.
The clear one. I reckon
Yeah.
that looks great. I want to see it in
Yeah,
review.
I can't wait to honestly get it actually in hand. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'll end up probably selling the other two and keeping that one.
Yeah. Alright, and to continue, another Fans Toys reveal this week, which I'm super excited for, is FT17 Hoodlum. They are doing their own hot rod, and this looks so much better than...
It still looks pretty flat-chested though, Brad.
No, that is curved. That is a little curve on it.
But look at it when it's in bot mode, the very first picture. That's
That's
flat.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, that looks curved there, but I'd hold my breath.
It's...
They're CAD
the
images.
the bonnet...
They're curved in the car mode, yes, but in all the bot modes,
which tells me,
straight.
which tells me that car mode bonnet is not his chest.
Yeah.
More so because of the engine missing, and because...
Of course. Look at it, look underneath. Look at that shot. The next page, there's a chest underneath with flames on it.
Yeah, it folds out because his chest in bot mode has a join halfway up it.
Yeah.
Whereas on the car mode it doesn't, so...
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'll have to wait...
His chest is still flat, yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. I've only looked at these photos on my iPad during the week, but it's a lot deeper red.
It looks pink to me.
Yeah, I do see that, especially in the alt mode photos.
I'm not trying to burst your bubble at all.
No, all good.
But yeah, it's very pinkish.
Yeah, it's probably more detailed than a G1 movie hot rod needs to be.
And what's going on with those knee joints?
That is the other thing too. I don't know what that... He's got Unicron for knees.
Yeah. And are you still there, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm awake. What? Wake me up when Frosty the Clown gets off my horse. That was the thing.
Yeah. Anyway, if my money's going to go to Fans Toys over the Hasbro one at the moment.
Yeah, I think Fans Toys looks better than the Hasbro.
Yep.
Takara. That one.
Yep.
It just looks better.
Soap Studios. I don't know who they are. I've got some pictures out at a convention of some type.
Of non-articulated figures.
Yeah, that aren't really that good looking. Spike looks like a
like a knob.
No, who is it? I want to see a poncho on him, and he'll be Dusty from Twister. Who's? It's someone. I apologise. R.I.P. That character. Dennis Hoffman. No, not Dennis Hoffman. Dustin. No, not Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin. One of the Hoffmans.
No, it's not even a Hoffman. I'm sorry. It's late. It's 12:30.
I just don't get it. Like, you know, and then they're like, well, they say it's going to be the Vintage Art Series. Non-transformable and part of a Vintage Art Series. Like, just get a G1 figure.
Is it legit soap? Can you actually, like, wash yourself with it?
Well, that's the other thing. Why call yourself soap if you're not going to be actual soap? Like, the air quotes I'm going to say Bumblebee, but it's more like Cliff Jumper because he's got a square roof.
If they're really soap, I'm going to wash my ass with Rodimus Prime because that's what he deserves.
So is Daniel.
Yeah, that's it. Get
Oh.
right in there, boy. Nice and deep. Like.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Moving on.
A little bit dark.
Mastermind Creations have got their... John?
What? Oh.
Jagertron? Jagertron? Jagertron?
Yeah.
I was going to say it looks very lockdown-ish.
Yeah, it is lockdown. Yeah, it's supposed to be lockdown.
So does
It's
lockdown
green.
only exist in the movies, or what's he
No,
in?
no, no. This is the IDW lockdown.
Yeah, it all grew. He first come up in the animated, was his first appearance, and then it's sort of become a
Favorite.
cult favourite since. Just of course everyone goes. You look at Boba Fett and everything. Everyone goes for the bounty hunter. So
Oh yeah, that's yeah, definitely.
So, which is weird because Swindle sort of is the arms dealer. You'd think he'd have just as much love, but he doesn't have any love.
I love Swindle.
I know.
One of my favorite
It
characters.
says this figure will have a spaceship alt mode and will come with a trunk full of weapons and trophies.
So he's got some junk in his trunk.
Apparently so.
Uh,
No, when he comes out, the junk will probably be extra.
Yeah,
Oh,
just like
shit.
their other.
Have you actually scrolled down? He really does.
mm-hmm.
Holy crap, he's got like a head on his trophy case and shit.
Yeah.
Aren't they all the all the
Yeah, he's got like
Predacons?
5 different heads on a trophy page.
I think they're all the Predacons.
Yeah, it does actually look like Predaking.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Are you going to pick this up, John?
Yeah, that's badass. I maybe now. That spaceship does actually look pretty good.
Maybe interested, price pending.
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely.
We will get back to you on a further date.
Yeah, no, I've got no interest in this.
The next-
It's a nice looking bot, but the next in other stuff,
I definitely don't plan to buy this.
I beg to differ. Prime Studios have final images of their movieverse. I'm going to say it's the Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide, because he's got his missing eye. Now we've seen that in Revenge of the Fallen. Also comes with Brawl's head, damaged head on a stand as well as an extra. I'm seriously considering this thing, of all of them.
Why?
I don't know.
So the question is, Brad, do you want the exclusive version coming packed with a bonus Brawl head? The exclusive
Nah.
version is set to be limited to 500 pieces, while the regular version is getting double the production run with 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, the limited version normally costs $900 more, so no.
Well, it says the price on this one, as previous Prime 1 Studios releases, reflects their high-end production at $1,599.
That's cheaper than I expected. I thought it'd be 2.5.
Not if that's US,
Yeah, but that'd be 2.5 Australian, which I thought it'd be 2.5 US.
and you're still considering it.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad.
I love the Ironhide character, like the design in the movieverse.
I'll admit he actually is a cool character.
I think
He's
of
a
all,
badass.
yeah, I think of all the character models in the movies, he's probably done the most. He's got the most car bits. He was cheated in Dark of the Moon, and I'm waiting for him to return. Seen photos of this a couple of months ago and loved it, and these are not helping the situation at all.
Yeah, I'll admit they look stunning. Like for a bot representation, like you can't beat them.
And don't forget, it's 2 foot tall too, so it stands out. I'm not liking the lights. His headlights in truck, like where his truck headlights are. I don't like how they're coming across, but damn, I don't know where I'm going to find the money. Might have to
And
cash
it
in
lights
a
up
couple
and
of
everything,
holidays.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got LEDs in it.
Yeah, it's pretty. But I mean, you get one, you got to get them all. That's
Well,
that's my problem anyway.
I think this will be a wait and see. Finally, in other news, we have an interesting post that come up today. New writers in negotiation for Transformers 5. We have a new Transformers 5 symbol, which is half an Autobot symbol and a 5. Those of you that pay attention to the movies will see Age of Extinction got a half con symbol and a 4 in the desert, like a sand shot, pretty early on, and that's stuck for the whole of production. So I'm guessing we're going to have some more Autobots or something in this updated movie.
When were they in the desert in Age of Extinction?
They weren't.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, Akiva Goldsman has finished what he wants to do. He's laid his stories down for the next couple of Transformers movies. And Hasbro have said, well, how about you come over here and do something for G.I. Joe? That's either good or extremely bad. We won't know until we see Transformers 5. Because if it's shit, then you're going to guarantee that the other 4 movies are going to be crap, and whatever he does for G.I. Joe is going to be crap as well. So...
But Goldsman didn't do 1 to 4. That was Michael Bay.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. That we'll have to wait and see what 5's going to be, because he's going to be the main writer on it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's going to be Unicron apparently.
Yeah. We've still got a year and a half. I think next year we'll start seeing stuff. So
we're fucked. If he did Batman and Robin, 1997, we are screwed.
He wrote that well. There's some good writing in there.
Don't you dare try to tell me that, Brad.
I'm defending it. I'm defending Batman and Robin.
Oh my god. Disconnect.
Hey, I have the power here.
There is nothing to defend in that movie. Like, what about when he's like going all crazy with like that Poison Ivy crap and there's love hearts and shit on the TV screen? Like, I'm sorry, man. Whoever filmed that should be shot multiple times in the leg, so he feels the pain.
Chris O'Donnell has said every time before they do a take, he got on the boom mic with the megaphone and said, "Remember, this is a cartoon." Watching that. All right. Maybe not the love hearts. All right, maybe not burn.
Do you want me to give you a shovel here?
No, I'm just trying to find a comparison to the point I'm going to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, Mr. Freeze was so well scripted, best acting ever. Not.
Arnie was great. Arnie was great in that.
If he just maybe learned to use a bit more English.
He was doing his RoboCop mode. They wanted him for RoboCop, but he wouldn't fit in the suit, so he got to do Batman and Robin instead. 10 years later.
I'm sorry. There's lots of movies that I give crap about, but this is one movie that I only ever watched it for the first time only a few months ago when it was on TV. I was shocked. I was in tears. I was laughing the whole way through. Like, seriously, I was blown away that there's a movie that is that bad.
I can't even think of a comparison, so I'm just going to say it. You're going to pick the love hearts. Okay. Alright, love hearts. Bat nipples. Nah, because they're in forever as well. Is any of that worse than Some Days You Just Can't Get Rid of a Bomb from 66?
But that was at least funny.
He's got you
like that was at least ha funny, not like
Robin bursting through a door and having the Robin symbol cut into the door wasn't funny.
That was hilarious.
It was funny,
ice skates.
It was pathetic.
Ice skates coming out of their bat boots.
Yeah, there's just too many flaws in that movie that someone thought this is a good idea and no one slapped him and said no, that's fucking stupid.
Batman credit card, never leave the cave without it. Really?
Awesome.
It's as corny as 66, and I love it for it.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, I appreciate the Nolan trilogy and what they've done and made it all super gritty and love that, but just...
No, but I mean, Batman Returns or Forever with Penguin in it was alright, you know? Like, and it was still shit.
I can't watch them. Batman, the first Batman, he puts a grenade down some dude's pants and walks away with a smile on his face as he explodes.
Yeah.
That's Man of Steel kind of comic
That
book.
was the original Batman, man. You know, he beat your ass but still had a smile on his face like he was enjoying it.
Anyway, back to the Transformers podcast. New acquisitions. John, what did you get this week?
What did I get this week?
I don't know, that's what I was
got
asking.
the marvelous Fans Toys Quake Wave, the T version, which I only got to play with for about 10 seconds, and then I put it back in the box and packed it into another box to go for the move. So I can't actually wait to play with that a bit more. And then I got finally a G2 smokescreen to complete my Dreadwing and all the missiles to go in his launcher, so I can have a complete G2 Dreadwing, which I think is awesome. And then I got a whole bunch of mini-cons, like probably about 30 of them. I don't know them by name. And then, yeah, Masterpiece Tracks, which is a lovely figure, but unfortunately the same thing. I just opened... Oh, I haven't even actually opened that. I just looked at the box and then reboxed it. And then same with Nightbird and Slipstream.
Ah, nice.
But the same thing, I haven't opened them. I just had a quick gander through the sleeve and then put them into a box to pack up. So in a few months' time, I'm going to have a marvellous time just opening about, 100 toys.
Setting up a display.
Yeah.
Mikey, how'd you go this week?
I went okay. I only got Universal Dominator Unicron and Creator Primus. That's it.
Yep.
Not bad, except customs are assholes. So.
Yeah. But they are by far the best versions of those two figures.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Did you get them out of the box?
Of course. It's not like I had a choice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I had an MP Tracks coming this week. Unfortunately, I haven't opened it yet because I'm waiting for the second one to come in. I don't want to open this one and have an issue with the second one and not turn up for the giveaway. So at the moment, the giveaway one is here. I'll wait for my personal one to come, which should get here this week coming.
I forgot that I bought two, so it was a nice surprise when Joel sent me two.
Also, finally, after 4 months, I finally got me Planet X Kalis, which is their for Cybertron swoop, and that thing is awesome. I really want to get the rest of the Dinobots now. As for Grimlock, I don't know if I want to go for their the Super Deform. Not Super Deform. The we talked about last week. The big leader size Grimlock. I think the Voyager size Grimlock fits best. Even with his stupid dicky tail, but he's going to be a bot mode anyway.
Are these masterpiece size?
No. He's only deluxe. Grimlock's Voyager and I think Sludge's Voyager as well. The rest are deluxe.
Oh yeah.
They're just to fit in with that Forward Cybertron aesthetic, and they're all built off the Hasbro Grimlock, and then of course end of the line. I don't know. I have to look at last week's run sheet. I don't know if that's the Fans Toys doing that Grimlock or if it's someone else.
Well, the with the Fall of Cybertron, Planet X, Dinobots, Swoop is only a deluxe class, and then the rest of them are kind of Voyagers. Sludge is a bigger Voyager. The rest of them are kind of smaller Voyagers or gigantic or bigger deluxes. But they're good sizes. You'll love them. You'll definitely like them.
Yeah, I from looking, I was watching reviews up until Sludge, and he looked like the weakest in the link. But I'm even considering going past Grimlock and getting paddles as well. So
I can't wait to get paddles, man.
just because they're doing paddles, no one else is doing paddles at the moment. So
yeah, paddles is by far one of my most favourite third-party figures coming out.
there won't be too many people say they've got a paddles in their collection.
Exactly.
Just from memory, I don't think we got a G1 or G2 release. I'm pretty sure it's all comic where Paddles was born from, but
there's never been a release for Paddles.
Yeah.
Ever,
Yeah, there you go.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
Now that they're doing one.
Thanks, guys. Outro. Again, we're at Transformers Collectors Club Australia, website transformerscca.com. Mikey, John, thanks for joining me tonight. It's been a fun time. We've seen some new figures.
We've laughed, we've loved, we've cried.
And we're ultimately going to lose because we need to pay for half of this stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Reality sinks in.
Wait, how do we get the other half?
What?
Oh.
If you're paying for half of it, then how are you getting the other half?
That's
Oh,
great.
no, half of the figures. We're not
Yeah.
buying everything we talked about.
Alright, okay, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Let's steal it from someone.
I might be buying everything we talked about.
I think as a final thought, if you're going to buy a min-sealed box, leave it in a min-sealed box so you don't see what's inside.
Yeah.
And also don't go through customs, so, you know.
Yep. Alright, thanks guys.
Always a pleasure.
Yep, and
Steam
we'll talk next week.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Alright, goodbye.
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 Thank you for downloading this latest episode of Off the Shelf, the voice of the Transformers Collectors Club Australia. For further information, check out Facebook, where we have our Off the Shelf page, hit like, or even check out the Transformers Collectors Club Facebook group. Any and all feedback is more than welcome. You can send email to transformerscca@gmail.com or head on over to iTunes and leave us a review there. Also Podbean have a review section where you can rate us, and that way we get out to more people. Till all are one.
I was thinking of making a podcast with just myself called John Likes to Rant. And it's just gonna be me talking to myself for 30 minutes about shit.
I think you can do that for 2 hours, actually.
Oh yeah, but you know, you gotta break it up so I can do more episodes. But
Oh,
I reckon people will be all over it.
Oh, I'd listen to it, John.
Yeah, John likes to rant.
Oh, God. Biomechanical.
So on that note, have you noticed? Which I know it's just a more fun laugh, but in the movies, the Bayverse movies, the cube, like the big cube.
Mm.
So when
Yes.
Soundwave gets to the cube, he's all fucked up, right? Like he's like a little bot, and he goes near the cube, and then the cube zaps him, and he goes back to full size, re-energized.
I mean Frenzy.
And, Frenzy, yeah, sorry, that's right. I always thought that was Shockwave still, but like smaller. I mean, Soundwave, and he just got fucked up through all the movies. So is that meant to be Frenzy?
Yeah.
That's meant to be Frenzy, yeah.
I really thought
Even
that.
though he's
honestly.
a CD player,
Yeah, that's why I thought it was Soundwave and shit, but yeah, he gets reborn, right with the spark. But then Bumblebee goes and touches the spark. Why the fuck is his voice box not fixed?
Exactly.
because it's not mechanical.
No, but the spark fixes everything, man. It literally gave Frenzy 3/4 of a body. And that's
Yeah.
mechanical, like you just said, it's biomech.
Yeah,
So if it gave him 3/4 of a body, it can restore his
And
throat.
a sliver of it can repair a Megatron, so,
Well, yeah, power at the speed of plot. It's
Yeah, I mean it's all just for story.
It's
So I
a
don't
baby,
really care, but
it's
it's just funny. They just shouldn't have used Bumblebee for that scene.
No.
They should use someone else because then it all works. But it's like, well, it's healing Decepticons without will. It's just doing what it wants. So to just fix him.
yeah. Well,
Do you
going off like Prime, you'd think, okay, Megatron's ripped his voice box out, so there isn't a voice box there to repair. But yeah, as he said, it pretty much reformatted Frenzy and gave him his body back. So
That's it. And if that didn't happen, I'd completely agree with what you said. That
Yeah.
you can't create a new voice box, but it clearly materialized like 3/4 of his body out of nothing.
but then that's the other thing too. It turns a car steering wheel into a transformer, not the whole car.
Yeah.
So-
that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know, if you actually watch Dark of the Moon and actually think about it, it's actually a really good movie.
I quite like them. Like, I mean, everyone has a whinge about that they're not G1, and I mean, they have flaws no matter what when you compare it to G1 and shit. But they're great. They're good movies.
Well,
I
Dark
enjoy
of the
watching 'em.
Moon's a G1 episode.
Yeah,
Essentially.
it's that, what's it called again?
Yeah.
The
Ultimate Doom or Megatron's evil plan or whatever.
one,
It just
Megatron's
blown
Master
my
Plan.
mind.
Yeah.
I never realised, and now I have.
Yeah.
Megatron's
Yeah,
Master
like-
Plan Part 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff does come out of all this story, like the G1 and shit. They just, make it movieized or whatever.
Well, it just goes to show how stupid the cartoon was. They try and redo the cartoon in live action, and it's a joke.
Yeah. Well, that's it. If they really redid the G1 cartoon, they'd all just come in, call each other names, slap each other in the face, and then retreat.
And then just retreat.
Prime, Megatron's getting away. Oh, it's okay. Cosmos is injured.
Yeah.
He has,
Gotta go and deal with him.
he has a dented fender. We have Ratchet. That's what he's for. You go and attack.
It's such a good series, G1. Oh dear. I saw this gross video where this lady, she could bend all of her fingers backwards. It's fucked up.
Ow.
I used to be able to bend most of them nearly all the way backwards when up to the age of about 14. Then I stopped doing it. Now I've lost a lot of the movement.
Yeah.
But this wasn't like bend backwards. This was like the range of movement you get. From
Yeah, like you
clenching
grab your finger, and then you.
No,
fingernail
not
to
like
touch
that. No, not like that. The range of movement where you clench a fist.
Yeah.
She could clench a fist the other way around.
Oh!
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh, yuck.
Both hands.
Just your voice then, bro.
Oh,
That
fuck.
was pretty funny.
That's...
Yeah, I'll admit though, that's pretty creepy. As soon as he said that, I was looking at my hand, clenching my fist.
I'm doing-
and in
yeah,
my
I'm-
mind, all of a sudden, my fingers rock backwards up to the other way. I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
I'm bending my hand back. I'm getting about 5% motion backwards. Where this,
I know, right?
what you're saying is 110% backwards motion.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That is messed up. Anyway.
All right.
That